I'm Ty.
And I'm Becky.
And we are What the Knights Say. We come to you twice a week, every Monday and every Friday. But before we get into today's show and tell you what it's about, make sure you notify, subscribe, and like this show at the end. So, today's show. What is it about? Couple goals. And goals in general when you're in a couple. So individual goals and couple goals. Now, before we get into it, I just want to make you aware, it's not like we've got this thing patterned out at all whatsoever.
We're still sorting our own stuff.
Yeah, we kind of, but I guess you're thinking, well, how can you do a show if you haven't got this in place to give us advice? Well, you'll see, if you keep watching, towards the end, you'll get why we've actually done this video today. Because this is actually important to me.
Well, I think just as together we've started to realise the importance of these.
Yes. And we're going to see who's right, who's wrong, in a sense of what's the best way to achieve your goals and put your goals together. Because you're a family. I'll let you go first. Ladies first.
I'm a lady. Okay, so we've been together for a very long time. And we are growing as a couple, but we're also growing as individuals. And I think it's important to set certain goals so you don't lose each other. It's nearly happened to us. It's probably happened to a lot of people. If you aren't on the same road together, you can get lost, and you as I said, you start to lose each other. So I've learned to think that couple goals are very important. So things like maybe what you'd want for the family, health-wise, so working out. You know, if the home that you're in now isn't your forever home, what sort of homes do you want together, and what are you going to do to get that house that you really want? So, you know, set that goal up there. So for instance, us is a bigger home for our family, and what are we going to do as a couple to reach that goal? And then obviously my personal goals away from Tyrone, because I don't just want to be mum and wife, I also want to be Rebecca. And what do I want as an individual? And I think that's important for a relationship as well, for so Ty doesn't get bored of me, or you know, I don't become just the housewife, and I want something to wake up in the morning and look forward to. So that's why I've got my own.
But it's not like you're not working or anything at all whatsoever, because you're working now. So
but just to have my own individual goals. Like I do run my own business at the moment. I do cakes, so I have my own personal goal that I'd love to have a cake shop one day, and that's away from you and the children. That's my own goal. So I drive towards that. I wouldn't expect Tyrone to get involved with any of that, but it gives me something to have passion for away from you. It makes me have my own don't know how to describe it, but you know what I mean.
I don't know, because if you don't know what you mean, then how am I supposed to know what you mean?
I have my own drive in life away from just being mum and wife.
Well, to me, like, this is how I see it. Look, you're going to have, whether it's us or other people's dynamics, you should have an individual goal, and then if you're serious with someone, if you've got a family with you or not, or whatever the circumstances is, there should be a couple goal.
Yes.
So you have your own individual and a couple goal to what you want to achieve and what you want to go for. But equal to that, it's all well and good having this couple goal and individual goals, but if you're not going to review it after a period of time, so it's like going to work, and if you got a crap boss, I was going to say something else, but if you got a crap boss and he's not going to review you after a month or every quarter, how do you know if you're on track?
If you're,
all right. So to me, it's important, if you set goals as a couple,
targets,
you've got to be able to review it and be honest with each other, and say, this is what we set out to do in month 1, 2, and we get to month 3. Where are we? How do we assess it? And to me, that's the important part of having a couple goal, is that you're both got the same idea of what you see yourself as a couple, then maybe going into a family, or whether you're a family now, and then where do you see yourself going as a family? Are you both aligned together? You know, what is a dream for the family? It's all well and good having your individual goals, and I think that's important, because then you have your own identity. And I think it's also important to know that you can survive on yourself as an individual, should the relationship break down, or should a bad circumstance happen of a death, or I don't know, the person's not able to work anymore and you become the main breadwinner.
Yeah, I do think it's very important to be strong as individuals. But in life, family is your number one thing. So the importance of having a family goal and a couple goal, I get what you mean. Like the couple goal is very important.
Yeah, the two can't be the same. Like your individual goal and your couple goal cannot be the same. It's got to be totally different altogether. The couple goal is what you strive to do every single day, something you work towards. But I think it's equally important that you review the couple goal. You can look at yourself as an individual. You can help your spouse, your partner, to help them maybe achieve their dream in that individual. But because it's an individual, you've got to push that yourself. But as a couple, you have to drive together in order for it to work.
Yes.
And this is why I think it's equally important if you set these tasks out, and we're going to set our tasks out, we have to be brutal and honest with each other on the reviews. Have we hit the targets? Why think we did it? You know, it's not going to set you back, but if the target is so high, could it set you back? What's the consequences of not going through it and then being in a line again with each other and making sure you're accountable for your actions for not doing it as a couple?
I think this is very important if you've, like I said, if you've been in a relationship for a very long time, because we never used to discuss things like this. And 16 years we've been together now. Obviously, I was very young when I met Tyrone. We were both in our early 20s, and now we're...
I'm glad you said that, because I don't want people to start thinking you was like 14 when you met me.
We were both in our early 20s, and now we're nearly 40. So we have grown, and we're not the people that we were when we was in our early 20s.
Definitely not.
And I think if you love someone and you want the relationship to work, I think it's very important that you have these conversations with each other and set these goals, and even just to have the conversations because you might find out, actually, I don't want that in life anymore.
Exactly.
But somebody else has really been dreaming for it as their couple goal, but the other partner might be like, we're not there anymore.
And I think that's one way of keeping your relationship in check, of knowing, are you still aligned with each other? Are you still going for the same thing that you set out for? And you might have one partner that, you know, that has the dream and has the drive, and the other partner's like, oh my God, will you just stop talking about it? And I think that's the start of the breakdown of a relationship, because you're not going for the same thing to make the couple work. It's all well and good. It's like you might as well call it a companionship. Whereas I'm gonna do my thing, you do your thing. We'll come home. There's someone home there, so you can sit down.
You're just there because you feel safe.
It's safe. It's a comfort thing. I don't want the comfort thing.
I don't.
And this is the part where, you know, when I said in the last few shows, I said about me being the arsehole part. This is the part where it's gonna sound like I'm an arsehole, but I'm not. If I turn around to Rebecca and said, "Listen, I don't need you, but I just choose to be with you," that's me saying, what I can do, I can provide for myself, I can provide for my family, but I choose to be with you on this journey.
Yeah.
But I don't.
I think that I don't think that's being an arsehole.
Yeah, but some people can take it as an arsehole, as an arsehole moment of saying to me, if I said to look, Rebecca, I love you, I don't need you, but I choose to be with you. Yeah. But while I choose to be with you, we have to be in alignment for this to work.
But I think that's healthier for a relationship, because to have to need someone, like I don't need Tyrone, but I want him. I want him here. But if you get in a position where you actually need someone, and then one day that rug is pulled under your feet and that need person is gone, you break down. You're gone. So I think it's so strong to have your own individual strength, your goals, make your own individual people strong, and then I think that will help make the couple strong. And then obviously it's always good if you're on the same path.
100%. And look, I guess you can tell by formats and all our shows that we do, we don't segment it out of saying, okay, in this section we're going to talk about this section. We literally don't tell each other what we're going to say when we do it. I kind of pick the topic, and then we just press a button and shoot. So if you think it's not organised and it's not in its place where it needs to be, that's because it is shot once and once only. We say it, and then after we filmed it, we go and discuss it. So there's no editing in this at all. We just say it how it is. We say how we feel. And to me, as I was talking to one of my colleagues at work today, it's like my therapy in a sense of, I'm saying it to you, to the world,
and we're saying it to each
and we're saying it to each other. And
that's what we love about this show. It's the rawness and the realness of it. We're literally just sitting here having a chat and debating about this. If we scripted it and acted it, it would just be so fake.
Yeah, it would be,
Whereas I like to know.
Yeah, we do. The thing is, when I'm talking about this couple goals, this is something that I've always brought up a lot to Rebecca, and I've always said we should do this, we should do that, and I think you should have maybe 3 boards. There should be 2 personal boards of your vision board.
I don't know if you can see. Ty's got a board behind us.
I have boards everywhere in our office. But I think the couple goal, if you're in a couple relationship again, if you have the couple goal, there should be a couple vision board.
Which we haven't got at the minute.
We did have one.
We did have one, but we need to do one.
And I think you both just pin things on there, like the things you're talking about that you would like to do with each other. Whether it's, you know what, this holiday, you picked the holiday this year. Right, we're going to do your holiday. Then you're going to do your holiday. You put your holidays up, and then just start taking them down once you've accomplished them. Sit up at night. We should maybe tonight sit up in bed and write down our individuals what we want to do. We know what we want to do. But write them down again. I was listening to Steve Harvey, and he said write down up to 300 things that you want to achieve.
300 things that you want to achieve in life. The more you write down, the more you're going to achieve. If you only write 5 things that you want to achieve this year, you're probably it's a fly. Sorry. If you only write 5 things down, you're probably only going to achieve 1. But if you write 300 things down, you're probably going to achieve 100.
That's right. But what he said also is like when you get to 75, it gets really difficult. But to push yourself to the 300,
to push yourself more.
To start thinking more. And before you go to bed, just read them. When you wake up in the morning, just read them. Just have that moment to yourself for your individual goals, and then maybe do the list for the couples of what do we want to achieve next. Then what is next for us? What's the next step? Where are we going? What is it? A car? Is it material stuff? Is it non-material stuff? Is it doing a room up in a house once a month?
Even just promising each other you're going to spend some time together. So if you both full-time work and you're like passing ships, just dedicate. So be like, our goal is to make sure that we dedicate a family night once a week or a couple night. It doesn't have to be materialistic things. Just promise each other to each other.
Or a Toblerone once in a while. I love a Toblerone. So you ever see me out?
I'll get you a Toblerone.
You ever see me out? You pass in the shop, say, "Oh my God, Ty loves a Toblerone. Just give me a Toblerone. That'll cheer me up for the day." So look, basically that is it. It doesn't seem like we come to a conclusion, but we kind of have. If you sense that we're going to sit up at night tonight, we're going to go to bed. Kids go to bed. Write down our individual goals. Try and get to 300, and then write down our couple goals. And then make a vision board, put it up so something that we could focus on. What about the kids? Get the kids involved, because that's equally important if you have children. What do they see themselves? What do they want to do? Get them involved, and we could tick off the things, then they will get involved, and then you seem like you're going in the right direction. So that's something that we're going to do tonight.
We're going to do that. And I mean, we'll invite you guys to see what we've done as well. We'll show you guys what we
and we'd love to know your thoughts.
Yeah.
We'd love to know your thoughts. So thank you for watching. I'm Ty.
I'm Becky.
And we are What the Night Say. See you later.
See ya.
Bye.